Before we actually get to unboxing either of these, I'm going to put this in the beginning of both of the videos. I want to send a huge shout out and thank you to Jaime over at the Gundam Play store. He's the one that owns it. He's a good friend of mine, and he started stocking a lot of resin conversion kits, and he let me know that these were coming to him. So I immediately was like, I need one. So I bought the set from him. So I just wanted to, once again reach out and say a huge thank you to Jaime at the Gundam Play store for supplying these amazing sets. Hey everybody, and welcome back to part 2 of the YJL Land 2.0 Sazabi resin conversion kit unboxing. That was a mouthful. But this time we are going to be taking a look at the expansion set. Unfortunately, this set doesn't come all as one big kit, kind of like the Hainu Verkaz did. It comes in 2 separate parts. So, in this one, we will be taking a look at what's in the expansion set. Now, I'm kind of going to glaze over this part just, because it's the same exact box. The only difference is on the bottom it has a sticker that says expansion set. Other than that, the box is exactly the same. So let's crack this thing open and see what's inside. Alright, so as you can see, just as with the first box, we are greeted with a number 1. So I'm assuming that it's probably the same, it feels the same, it's probably a booklet of some sort, and I'm assuming it's probably not going to be as involved as the first box, as this is the expansion set. Alright, so it looks like it is a booklet and another booklet. So this time we don't get any more photo etch parts or anything like that. I don't think. Oh, what's this? Oh, more QR codes. So go ahead and scan if you want, if I can keep it still. All right, there we go. And once again, I think this is the same exact rundown as it was before. Probably the same thing with that. But it's basically a list of preferred materials to use to get this accomplished. So moving right along, once again we have a very nice finish on this booklet here. So it's the instruction booklet, and it shows what this kit basically comes with, which is basically the backpack. I think it might come with some shield stuff too. I'm not entirely sure, so we'll find out. But as you can see, really cool looking backpack. I love the Sazabi's design, and I love the Master Grade Sazabi as it is. But this just takes it to a whole new level, especially with these awesome fuel tanks. Really like it. So let's take a look at this, see what's in there. Aha, it is. There's more shield pieces. There's actually extra pieces for the feet and more pieces for the legs. So, man, I'm really glad I got both of these. So FYI, guys, if you don't get both of them, you really will have a pretty incomplete kit. I'm sure it would still look cool, but you'd have to do some extra work and extra modifications of your own on the leftover pieces. But as you can see, we get the gun, shield, feet, more leg stuff, and of course the looks to be containment pieces for the funnels and those really big, beefy, awesome fuel tanks that I am so excited about. And here we have a parts list. So we have the leg pieces, the outer leg pieces, and do really like those, especially the little cap piece that goes on there. It's really neat to me. We have some feet pieces to finish out the feet. So like I said, if you don't get both of these kits, it just won't be complete looking, I wouldn't think. And here we have the pieces for the backpack, the area that holds the funnels. You can see here more pieces. This is all the pieces that make up the fuel tanks, which is really cool that it's separate pieces. That's going to make it a little bit easier to paint, to have some color separation, and some shield pieces, which I'm excited about because it gives it that extra detail in the shield where you can maybe do this little strip in a different color, which I probably will do. And we have the gun, stuff like that. So that's the booklet. Really cool. I really like the fact that they put so much effort into the presentation of this and makes it really easy to look at. So now we have number 2. And just like with the other box, under number 2 is all the parts. And in this one, it's actually a lot of smaller parts in comparison to the first box, which of course, there's probably not as many. Spoke too soon. It's a pretty big part there. But, this is the expansion set, so it's the extra parts that didn't come with the first. So here we have, I'm not entirely sure what those are. So it looks like some vents, some pieces for the fuel tanks, more pieces for the fuel tanks. This is probably all pieces for the fuel tank, let's be honest. And on the back side, maybe some parts for the shield there, more parts for the backpack, fuel tanks, toes, looks to be really cool. Looks like gun pieces there. Once again, super finely detailed. I mean, look at that. Look at that. The casting is so good on this. Or the molding, casting, however you say it. Look at that. Look at those lines. Like I said, I'm probably going to have to deepen them a little bit, but this is awesome. So that's runner number 1, bag number 1. Bag number 2. Not entirely sure what those are. Probably pieces for the fuel tanks. Maybe side of the leg. More side of the leg. Side of the leg. Those are definitely side of the leg. Look at that. Look at that detail. Man. And of course, you're going to have little tabs and stuff that you have to clean up. That's just part of resin. I'm speaking like I've done resin before. This is my first resin. Just keep that in mind. But I'm super excited about it, and I'm going into it with confidence. I've learned as much as I can about it, and, been talking to a lot of people that have been doing it, so I'm very confident in my ability to do this, and I'm going to try to do it at the best of my ability. But we have more pieces for the backpack, pieces for the feet, pieces for the fuel tanks. Feels like, yeah, the little sharp pieces here sticking through the bag, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. They seem to be fine, but there we have that. Such fine little lines there. Good gracious. And here we have a tuft of yarn or something, hair. I don't know what that is. We're going to get that out of the way. We have the big, massive, I mean, my hand's not that big, but good gracious, this thing is the size of my hand. And we have the side of the legs, the big, beefy shield piece. Very nice. As you can see, very smooth, too. I mean, look at the little bitty line detail there. If that doesn't make you want a resin conversion kit, I don't know what will. And here we have, looks to be actually plastic pieces. It is. We have plastic pieces, so I'm not entirely sure what those are. Maybe connector pieces for the fuel tanks. Maybe some pieces to go in. I don't even want to try to guess on that. And these are definitely the insert pieces to go inside the areas that clamp over the funnels. So we get new pieces for that in plastic. So that's pretty neat. And that's it, folks. That is what is in the box. So that's pretty much going to do it for this. As always, a like and subscribe would be appreciated if you enjoyed it. And like I said, let me know in the comments how you guys liked this unboxing, and I will probably do an unboxing on the YJL Land Hainu. And hopefully by the time this is all said and done, I will have 2 really beautiful kits, but I am very excited to get into this one. So, once again, as always, like and subscribe would be appreciated if you enjoyed it, and I will see you when I start building this thing.